Hello everybody, I'm William Beasley, the Great Momo, and I'm going to be talking about how waterbenders heal people. Now, let me talk a little bit about how this is going to be done. I started thinking about this and wanted to explain my thoughts on how this is done. But then when I started putting my thoughts together, I realized that I have to dive into complete different conversations just to get my point across. But I don't want to have like one video be about this, next video about this, and then have the discussion about waterbending healing. I want it all to be tied into the same thing. So I'm going to do multiple parts of this one video, and I'm going to have a timer set to 15 minutes, so I don't so they don't go for a very long time. That being said, I'm about to start this timer now, and it will start the first part of the videos for how waterbenders heal. Waterbending healing. It's safe to say that only female waterbenders can heal, seeing as we've never seen a male waterbender heal. We've only seen Korra, the teacher in the Northern Water Tribe, whose name I can't remember right now, and Katara heal. Can't remember if there were any more healers right now, but the thing I've been wondering for a little while now is, how does the healing work? And we see in the episode, the Waterbending Master, we see Katara go to healing class where they're practicing on like a test dummy, and the test dummy has lines all throughout it. Now, in the world of Avatar, benders draw their power to manipulate the elements from something called chi. When someone like Ty Lee or an equalist blocks their chi, hits certain pressure points to block their chi, they are not able to bend because the chi cannot flow through them in order to bend. I believe that waterbending healing has something to do with, like, in those lines on the mannequin, dummy, whatever you want to call it, those lines represented the way chi flows throughout someone's body. But then again, so basically, when a waterbender heals, they put the water, on the affected area, and move the chi around that area in a way that heals it, and they do it through the chi lines. But then you've also seen Katara healing, Sokka, who is a non-bender. Which means he doesn't have chi, right? I actually believe everyone, even non-benders, have chi. However, the chi that's in a waterbender is different from the chi that's in an earthbender, an airbender, and firebender. You get the idea. Each element, the chi for elements are identifiably different. The chi for a firebender is not the same as the chi that's inside of an earthbender. But I also believe that non-benders have chi, but its chi is not identifiable. It is so bland and just rotten, and it has nothing special about it, and it's also very weak, whereas the chi of, say, Zuko or Iroh, or of course the Avatar, is very strong and flowing, whereas the chi of a non-bender it doesn't really flow through them. It sort of just is there. And it doesn't do much and has no identity of its own, which makes them non-benders. Why do I say this? Because of harmonic convergence. After harmonic convergence happened and the spirit portals were left open, some of the spiritual energy that came into the physical world brought in the the substance that makes airbending chi unique, and it got into the chi lines of some non-benders like Bumi, Zahir, Kai, and Da, and that allowed them to airbend because their chi had been changed to match that of the chi of an airbender. Now, Now, this being said, if you, mm. So now that I've gone on about how I believe it works through by, having the water within someone, which is not the same as blending because it's only a small amount there because they're focusing on the part that's being healed. They're using let me try and say this in a better way. They use the water that they're healing someone with, and I think like the water seeps through the skin into the chi lines and has the water flow through chi lines in order to heal wounds. But we're not done yet. Now we have to look at some of the instances in which we've seen healing being used. The first time it's brought up is in The Deserter. And when Katara is burned by Aang, and she goes to the water, puts her hands in the water, and they automatically start healing. She never really intended on healing herself. It's just sort of happened. Interesting. I don't understand how that worked. I guess plot convenience. But then she intentionally did it on Aang's burn marks, showing her new ability. She then learned a lot more about healing when she went to the healing class that I mentioned earlier. And when Jet was hurt, she tried healing him, but failed, and Jet died. Which makes you think, what are the limits of healing? And also I want to note something else. When Katara was healing Jet, she said, "This doesn't look good," and I'm pretty sure what was happening was he was bleeding internally. He was bleeding internally due to Long Fang's blow. So when you're healing and it's something that's internal like that, it's like, are you able to, as a healer, able to see what's going on inside a body? Like when Korra was healing Bolin's shoulder, was she able to see the tension and pain in his muscles? I'm looking at the timer now. This actually may be just one video. But back to the topic, is that something that happens? Maybe, maybe not. But like I said, what's the limitations? In Sozin's comment, Zuko, while he redirected most of Azula's lightning blast, he took a good bit of it to the chest. It didn't kill him, and Katara was able to heal him without that much trouble. But internal bleeding with Jet, she couldn't do anything about that. Now you could say that it has to be external for her to heal, but she healed her father up pretty nicely, not completely. For he still needed to lean on her in going up to the battle, but he was in no shape to move at all before Katara started healing him. And so I feel like that something that's like internal takes longer to heal, but it's not impossible to heal. But I'm pretty sure whatever it was that Long Fang, however it was that Long Fang, and the way Long Fang hit Jet, I'm pretty sure the internal bleeding was too much, and it was just happening. It was all just happening way too fast for Katara to help. So limitations. So as for limitations go, I'm pretty sure that external wounds are much easier to heal with waterbending than internal wounds. And now for some things that are similar to healing. That's right. Healing is not the only. Waterbending is not the only thing healing from waterbending is not the only thing we're talking about right here. Well, I guess we talked about chi, but actually, I want to talk a little bit more about chi. No, I guess that really isn't relevant right now. I guess that's actually a whole different discussion, I don't know why I thought I'd have to talk about, what I'm going about is I thought I'd have to talk about bender genetics. Apparently I do not have to do that. Let's see here. What was I about to say? Yes. The leader of the fire stages in, in Beginnings Part 1 was able to examine Korra's, I can't remember if she examined her chi or her mental stability with fire bending. So is it possible that you can reach in and that you can reach into other people's with different types of bending? Apparently with this fire stage, you can, but that's the only time we've ever seen it. So this may be just something that she can do. Never really know. But like I said, there are other forms as well, like Unalaq's spirit bending. Now, I've seen a bunch of fan-made charts. While they are fan-made, I do believe that the spirit bending can be done with any element. It's not limited to just water, due to the fact that both Iroh and Jinora can go into the spirit world, meaning they're highly connected to spirits, just like Unalaq was. So, yeah, but something notable about healing with water bending is that it glows. We see this while it's very while you see it in HLA, and this is purely due to animation animation quality just getting better over time. In Legend of Korra, the glowing, I just like the way they show healing in Legend of Korra better. And also, like I said, with the internal is harder to do than external. When Kai was trying to heal Bumi's concussion, he was like, "Can't you just do this any faster?" Implying that she had been at this for a while. And also, when keeping Jinora soul alive by healing her. First it was Kai who was doing it, then Katara who was doing it. Apparently means that not only does healing work within your chi, but apparently within your spirit as well. And it looks like Katara's trying to work on Korra's legs. Healing only took her so far. She also had it wasn't so much as her body, but psycho stuff and all that good, so it was kind of in Korra's head with Zahir and stuff. Where was I going with this? I was talking about spirit bending. Oh yes, the way that it lights up and glows, the spirit bending, and the way that Jinora's spirit was being preserved through spirit bending. Give me a minute to gather my thoughts. Now I want to talk about healing with different types of water. What different types of water could there be? Spirit water. Why? Because spirit water brought back the dead. The water from the spirit oasis in the Northern Water Tribe that Katara used to revive Aang. Now it's not just like always a healing type water. It shows that she bends it out of the vial and then turns it into the glowing healing water and uses all of it on Aang. Yeah, she used it pretty wisely, Paku. But yeah, it revived Aang because in that moment Aang was dead. Azula had killed Aang in the Avatar state, pretty much killing Rava, and then he unblocked his seventh chakra, which kind of brought her back, I guess. But plot convenience, I guess. But no, and then in the Legend of Korra season 2 finale, the Mako, Bolin, and Korra are all in a coma, and Kaya is able to instantly bring them out of the coma, but she says that she needs to put them in spirit water. So I believe that it's highly logical that spirit water when you use spirit water to heal, its effects are much greater than regular water. So I believe that when doing it physically, it goes throughout your chi. Healing also applies to the spirit. I did not even hit 15 minutes. I thought this would be multiple videos, but this is my take on waterbending healing. That it works through that when you heal, it works through your chi lines that were shown in the Waterbending Master with the healing class, and it also can work on a spiritual level as well. And just my thoughts about what chi is, and I guess I'll save Bender genetics for a different video because apparently I didn't have to do it in this one. Alright, I'm the Great Momo. See you next time.